Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about consistency and having a little bit of structure in your homeschool. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. In here I like to talk anything that has to do with homeschool, sprinkle a little bit of motherhood and lifestyle here and there. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about consistency and a structure within your homeschool. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do it. Click that notification bell so you don't miss every time I upload a video. As well, I would like to invite you to my Instagram page. And there's where I share everything that happens here in our homeschool. If you're looking for ideas, that's a good place to get them. But today I just want to talk to you about consistency and a little bit of a structure within your homeschool. I've noticed lately that I see a lot of videos of mom just sharing how they're changing their curriculum and their programs. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about consistency and how I am a little bit concerned when it comes to that, okay? So I've been watching all these videos about moms changing their programs and their curriculum, looking for what is going to work best for your kid. And while that is all good and is great as well, I have to see and I have to point out a little bit what it comes to as not so great or that could be harmful when you are changing constantly curriculum. So the first thing is that when you're changing constantly programs, not really because your child is not working well with the program, but more because you have an attraction to what is like flashy at the moment, the new programs, the new curriculums out there, what is in the trend right now, you might be able to harm your homeschool. If you already have a flow, you already have a routine that has led you to having a flow within your homeschool, it's just good to stay. There's nothing wrong with having some new programs if you want to add them to what you have already. But if you have already a program that is working for your kid, that your kid is used to it, and that they're just getting better, so to speak, they're just moving ahead with what they need to be moving, and you abruptly change that program just because you want to try something else, something new, it might work on your benefit and it might not. So you have to be a little bit careful with that. Consistency is important within your homeschool because once you are getting into a routine that will lead you to a flow, having consistency and being able to keep with that thing that you know already is working for your child is very important. I've been noticing that this year, starting this new year, and I know it's a short period of time, but I've been homeschooling for 3 years already. And we've been already homeschooling for a month right now since we start our new homeschool year. And I've seen the changes of having consistency with my kid. I've been doing all the subjects with 20 minutes. I try not to pass those 20 minutes. I am around 20 to 30 minutes, not more than that. I try to keep it with the 20 minutes, and that's how I've been working with my kid. I've been noticing a change. I've been noticing how his attitude towards homeschooling is changing. It's a positive attitude. He is coming with more excitement towards his programs, and I've noticed that he's paying more attention. He's retaining more the information, and I think it's the fact that I have been consistent with the time that we've been set for homeschool. And I notice as well that structuring stuff a little bit is not bad as long as you don't take it to the extreme. I know that us moms sometimes think that having more programs, having more time, dedicating more time for certain subject is going to be helpful, but sometimes can be harmful as well. Kids, not all the kids tend to retain well the information past those 20 minutes. Depends on the age. You can just add a little bit more of minutes. Even though my kid is in 5th grade, I still use those 20 minutes. I just keep it in that frame of 20 minutes because I've seen that with him, that's what is been working for him. If you think you can add a little bit more of minutes, that's okay. But I can just assure you that those 20 minutes are going to be more than enough if you want just to keep that attention going. Structuring your days are going to be helpful as well. Why is this helpful? Well, your kid is going to know what they are going to be expected for that day. Your kid is going to know what they are going to be putting themselves up for that day. It's just give them an idea, and it prepares them to what they are going to encounter for that day with those subjects. What is going to be happening during the day. That does not mean that there's not going to be room for spontaneity. There's always room for spontaneity. There's always room for things to happen that you were not expecting, things that are fun, that are creative, and you are going to have room for that. But it's good to structure in some type of way your days. Nothing going to the extreme, obviously. When you go to the extreme, no matter in what you're talking about, what we're talking about, is always going to be bad. So just keep in mind that you're trying to just find a balance, a center where you can be just comfortable and at the same time challenging your kid is important. But having a consistency within your homeschool is very important, as well as structuring your days. I have in here my planner, and I would like to show you that because I've been making notes while we've been homeschooling. I always try to keep notes with what we're doing in our homeschool, and I use the note section on our planner, no matter which planner I am using, and I am using 2 planners, so bear with me. I will be sharing as well again how the other planner is looking for your benefit, because I think it is important to share this. It's important to help us mom to get better if we can help each other and just keep informing each other of what we're doing in our homeschool, just to share and see if that can work in your homeschool as well. Why not? Okay, so I have in here my planner. And in this section that I have in here is where I made notes there. I made notes of what we are doing. I made notes if that day is working well, if it's been a great day, if we have a rough morning. If you notice in here, I just made note saying that we have a little rough morning when writing. I always like to make note. This was on August 5th, which it was our first week, and I understand because then we're starting to get used to start our week. I like to start every time we start our new homeschool year, starting slow, adding little by little those subjects, those materials. But it is important as well that you keep consistency within your homeschool, that you keep consistency within your programs, the programs that you're using in your homeschool. Obviously, if you see a program that is not working, you are going to try to obviously change and switch to see if you find something better, if you have to go back. That happens sometimes to me, where I think that a program might work better for him, and then I have to go back to the program that we have before, because then it helps me realize that in fact the program that we were using is a good program, and I just have to keep up with the program. Okay, a good example of that is with all of our reading. At some point I noticed that he reached kind of like a plateau with some of the phonograms. He was having some issues with them, and I decided to purchase another program. And while the other program did help us, I realized that all of our reading was working, and I just needed to be a little bit more patient. Sometimes us mom, we get so worried and we get so agitated, so to speak, that we want to purchase another program. We want to keep looking to see if it's going to work well with our kid, if it's going to work better. When indeed we have a program that is been working great, we just haven't realized it because we have nothing to compare to, correct? When it comes to programs. So I just want to let you know that you might want to slow down a little bit, be a little bit more patient with the program. Always give an amount of time, set a time, say maybe I will try this program for 1 month and let's see if it's going to work for you. You're going to just let me know, and as well you're going to observe for that period of time. You want to make note Because when you make notes as well, you can realize if a program is going to be working for your kid in the long run, or if it's a program that is going to be working probably for a short period of time, but then you are going to need it to change, okay? Because it's just not good when you're constantly switching. Your kid is just getting confused, and at the same time they might not be able to retain the information because you're constantly changing programs and styles. Because once you change a program, if it's not the same style that you were working with before, you are going to have to start all over again pretty much with everything. It's important as well that you may know, it is important that you may know not only that your kid lets you know if they are feeling good about the program, if it's a program that they enjoy and they like, but it's good for you to make note as well of how the days are going, because you're going to be able to see if in fact it's because of the program or if it's something that you need to work with your kid. Maybe your kid has some learning differences or learning disabilities and the program is not being helpful in whichever area your kid needs help with. And or if it's something that your kid is not just clicking with the program because of the way that you are just teaching that program. Sometimes our attitudes toward the program, or sometimes our attitudes can be portrayed to our kids too. If we have a bad mood, or if we are not having consistency within our homeschool, one day we decide to give this subject at this certain time with this amount of minutes, and then your kid is noticing that you're doing that. You're switching the time, you're not having consistency with the times, you're not having consistency with the materials that you guys are using, you're not having consistency on how you're portraying that subject, and then your kid is going to lose interest, is going to be lacking attention, and is going to not have the best attitude towards homeschooling. So I want to just suggest you that you try to just see if you're really changing that program because it's not working for your child, or because you want to follow a trend. You see a new program and you see it that is working with the mom, and you feel like that it can work with your kid as well. Or if it's really because your kid is not doing well with the program. Look as well how much consistent you have been with that program. Are you guys using it the way that it is scripted to, the way that is intended to be used, or are you taking it in a way that is not being really helpful? It's just actually being hurtful for your kid. Sometimes we try to do our best and we tend to tweak the programs because we want them to work, and in fact it's really not working, and then you actually need to change the program. But if you don't have to change it, you're just doing it because you see that it's a new program that might work with your kid, but you have a program that is already working, just try to be consistent with that program. Try to have some consistency with the programs that you're using as well at home. Try to have some consistency at home with the things that you're doing at home, so you can have that dedication with your child and that dedication to the programs that you guys are using, in order to be able to know if it's really because the program is not working with your child or because you are not using the program properly. Sometimes that can be a way for a program or things not to be able to click with your kid. And I noticed that this year with my kid, having more consistency, just keeping myself to those 20 minutes for every subject, just try to add some fun as well, to just change things, bring some variety as well. It's not bad, but having some certain structure and consistency within your homeschool is really important. It will make a huge change within your homeschool. It will make a huge change with the attitude that your kid is going to have towards homeschooling, towards the materials that you guys are using. It's very important as well to know if in fact it's because the program is not working or because you guys are lacking a little bit of a structure. It's not bad to have a structure if you are not taking it to the extreme where you are just very rigid that you kill the love for learning. A little bit of a structure with a little bit of a spontaneity, just having a balance is always good, and it's important for your homeschool, for your kid, for the programs that you guys are using, and for yourself as well, to keep that love for learning alongside with your kid. I hope this video is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye bye.